The 4 states has many beautiful and interesting places that you can visit. One of those is Prairie State Park in Barton County, Missouri. KOAM photojournalist Ty Parks went to the park to get a bird's eye view.
Prairie State Park has almost 4,000 acres of tall grass prairie. 80% or better of it, which is virgin prairie and never been plowed, which is extremely hard to find in Missouri. Historically, a third of Missouri was tall grass prairie. Now there's less than half of 1%, which is what makes this park so important. They can see prairie as it once was, vast landscapes, rolling terrain, rolling hills, and it's actually that rolling hills that kind of saved it as far as why we still have it. Little too rolling to plow, a little too rocky to plow, so that kind of was a good saving grace in our case to preserve this prairie. And you know, there's herd of wild bison out here that they roam on about 3,000 of the acres, and so you could have a bison traffic jam when you come in the main road sometimes. During World War I, a lot of hay that was sent overseas to feed the horses that were used in other countries by our troops, a lot of it came from Barton County. So it has a historical tie that way. And I think that just on their own merits, plants and animals and ecosystems always have the right to be. Now, obviously, man is going to change that, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. It happens, you know. Tall grass prairie was what enabled our country to feed a growing nation by putting it under the plow, but that came at a cost, and that cost was prairies and some of the wildlife that needed that prairie. I'm not blaming agriculture. It's part of our history, so we can't whitewash that either, but it was a byproduct of that. Because one thing that we need to remember that it's called Prairie State Park, not Bison State Park. Bison are a great way to get people to come. And once we get them here, we can talk to them about how essential prairies are and how special they are and how fast they're declining. You know, we all hear about save the rainforest, which is great, we need to. But grasslands like prairies are disappearing at a faster rate than the rainforests are. And that's why it's my job to talk about that and try and develop that interest of people taking ownership of the prairies that once were in Missouri and how we need to preserve what we have.
I'm sure we all can agree that that was absolutely beautiful. The park also features the Regal Tallgrass Prairie Nature Center, which offers exhibits and programs to provide more information.